Hi, good evening, folks. In this video, let's take a look at the Sabres coaching position. Who's our next coach? Coming up. Okay, I put down 5 names here I think you'll probably all agree with as possible coaches. I believe it's going to be one of these 5 unless we go off the charts, and I really hope we don't do that, guys. Honestly, I'm so sick of the Pagulas and their stupid logic, and I really hope it's one of these 5 so we have a secure coach. You know, like, come on. These guys are all available. 3 of them have won Stanley Cups. Come on. Come on. You know, it's not like we don't have the money. Okay, so let's take a look at this. The shout out goes to Jacob Newman. Jacob, good idea, buddy. I didn't, you know, we've talked about this, but I haven't done a video really on it. We've discussed it when I was mostly frustrated and ready to go and, you know, put a dynamite on myself and go over to Pagula's office is where I was at one point this year. My God. So let's take a good look at this, guys. Really, let's be honest. And you guys tell me what you think. And yes, I'm very open-minded to the Sabres keeping Granato. Of course, he did a pretty awesome job in the little time that he came, because he was handed probably the biggest mess in Buffalo Sabres history to try and clean up, even if it was temporary. But he somehow came in there with calm nerves and did it. So we have to consider Granato, but I didn't put him on here because, you know, he's not like these 5, you know. When you're looking at candidates, you're looking at veteran coaches with Stanley Cup experience, whatever. All right, so let's look at this. And it's not my favorites in order, folks. I just kind of did it random in order. Honest to God, I started picking out names, and these are kind of the 5 I came up with. The first one I got up here is Claude Julien, who has coached 1,274 games. He's 61 years old. He is 667 wins, 445 losses, 162 ties and overtimes. The ties are in brackets. He has 10. The other 152 are overtime, shootout losses, whatever, you know. Anyway, his winning percentage is .587, and he has won Stanley Cup. We all remember in 2011 when the Bruins came back from down 2-0 in that finals and went on to win the Stanley Cup, winning 4 of the next 5. And basically blowing out the Canucks in every game on their home ice in that series. So he had the boys ready. And you might remember that year, or you might not. I totally remember the Bruins were talking about firing Julien that year. Imagine, eh? And there they went on to win the Stanley Cup, got on a roll, and that was it. All right, number 2, the beloved Mike Babcock. 1,301 games coached. He's 58. His record, I didn't know this. He got fired when he had 700 wins. Guy's celebrating his 700 win and you're fired. I thought that was funny when I read that, to be honest. Anyway, 700, 418, and 183. 19 in brackets mean ties. And for a .608 winning percentage and 1 Stanley Cup with Detroit. So as much as Babcock has an arrogant reputation and a reputation that Toronto fans hate him, that's not good enough for me to judge a person. I listen more to, you know, the ex-NHL players really have it in for this guy, though. But that says something. He doesn't give a damn who you are. His ego's bigger than yours. That's the way that's going to work. That kind of works in my books. It does. Do I think we're going to hire Babcock? Probably not. He kind of shot us in the foot there that year when we were offering him all the money. He bailed over to Toronto. You know, that might have not rubbed Pagula the right way. Just saying, you know. But he has to be on this list. He's a possible. He is a possible. He is. I think he would run to the Sabres job right now if he could get it. Number 3, Gerard Gallant. 541 games as a head coach. He's 57 years old. He's 270 wins, 216 losses, 55 overtimes. 4 of those 55 overtimes are ties. Overtime ties before they changed it. And the winning percentage is .550, no Stanley Cups, but as we all know, he brought Vegas to the final. And it was funny because when Florida fired him, they didn't really say why, if you remember, you know? And then the same thing happened in Vegas. Folks, I seen this guy in a show they used to have out here called Habs 24, okay? This guy is crazy. He's crazy. I'm telling you, he's like an escaped convict that even the cops are too scared to arrest. The guy's nuts. And I seen him behind the scenes, how he is with the players. And I'll never forget this. There was this episode. It was the Habs in the dressing room, okay? And I forget who it was. I can't remember. It was one of their big ticket players. And I think Gallant doesn't have much respect for the players now because they get cradled and, you know, with everything today, the money and all this. Man, anyway, one of the Habs had said something not so bad. And Gallant just went up to me and goes, "You shut your effing mouth." He goes, "I'm telling you, God damn it." He's looking at him with his eyes popping out of his head. I'm like, this guy's nuts. And when they fired him in Florida, Florida hit the jackpot again because now they got Quenneville. So, you know. But I think Gallant would be an excellent coach. Yeah. I really like Gallant. I do. You know, I like Julien also. Babcock will probably be my fourth pick on this list. I'll give that after, for fun. We'll do that after. But anyway, Gallant's amazing. I think he's an excellent coach. He doesn't give a damn who you are. You're not bigger than the team with this guy. That's what I seen in those Habs shows. Really, that's what I seen, folks. I was very impressed, actually, with this guy. And I remember I was in a Sabres lounge, and I was talking about we should get Gerard Gallant in Buffalo. They go, "Who the hell is that?" Like, some of them couldn't care less. Now they like him because I seen the Vegas thing. But for me, what's more impressive, believe it or not, I watched him take that Florida team almost, I think it was the first year, to first place, if I'm right. I'd have to go back and look at that, but I'm pretty sure. He's an excellent coach. These are all good coaches, guys, you know. All right, my pick, who I'd love to see. Just me. Doesn't mean I'm right or wrong, guys. Doesn't mean that, but it sure as hell means I've been praying to God this will happen. John Tortorella. And I know how some of you feel about him, and I do get it. He rubs people the wrong way. That's what I like about him. I like how he frustrates you, and he frustrates me. I like that about this guy. I do. I couldn't believe he's 62. Honest to God, I would have thought this guy's 55. I was surprised when I seen that. I got to admit, I was very surprised when I seen that. I said, wow, he looks really good, this guy. All right, 1,383 games coached. He, again, 62 years old. He's 673 wins, 541 losses, 169 overtimes, 37 are ties for a .548 winning percentage. And, of course, the Stanley Cup he won in Tampa in 2004. And that, for me, says a lot about a guy like Tortorella because he was coaching that team when they were last overall. And then eventually he took them to the Stanley Cup. And that, for me, says a lot. It does. And Tortorella, I just think, would be the perfect guy to get in there to get 100% out of everybody on our team. I really do, guys. I do. And maybe Julien and Gallant. Like, they're all good. These are good coaches, you know? They're good coaches. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going on. All right, and number 5 on the list is Bruce Boudreau. 984 games coach. He's 66 now. 567 wins. This surprised me, guys. 567 wins, 302 losses, 115 overtimes, no ties in his coaching career. For a .635 winning percentage. He has the best winning percentage of all these guys. That kind of surprised. That threw me a bit for a loop. I didn't expect that. I wasn't really... As much as that's really important, you know, I think it's the quality of the character coming in for the kids that's going to be huge. And I don't know. If I was to go in order who I'd like, I would do it this way, guys. I would have, this is me though, Tortorella I'd have as my number 1. God, for me, it's a real toss-up after that, you know. I got to admit though, right off the bat, Boudreau will be my 5th pick. He would be. God damn it. I like Gallant. I do. I just like his character. I seen him in that Habs 24 show, like I said, and I'm telling you guys, behind the scenes, Therrien was not the coach of the Montreal Canadiens when they went to the Final Four that year against the Rangers. It was Gallant. Even though he was the assistant coach, he's the guy that intimidated the players, not Therrien. Therrien is like, if we hired Therrien, I would cry. Let's just leave it at that. He doesn't cut this list. He doesn't even cut our American Hockey League list, that guy. God, I'd have to go with Julien, number 3. Then Babcock. But these 3 here, it's kind of a toss-up. For me, it's the standout for me is Tortorella, just because I'm a fan of him. And folks, I couldn't stand this guy. I couldn't stand this guy. I'd watch these Ranger interviews. I'd say, my God, I can't stand this guy. He won me over eventually. He did, you know. Boudreau, I don't know. Not saying he's a bad coach at all. I mean, look, numbers don't lie. .635 winning percentage, right? So these are all good coaches. So if the Sabres get one of these guys in the offseason, folks, we're starting the new look Sabres. We are. And I hope, okay, it doesn't go further than these 5 names, unless you guys are thinking something like, I don't know, Brindamore. I can't see Brindamore coaching the Sabres. I can't. It's either going to be Seattle or he's going to go by. I figure Carolina's going to keep him there. This is how I feel are the top 5 candidates. If there's anybody I missed, let me know, guys, because, yeah, and yes, I know there's coaches out in what do you call it, out in Europe and all that, but it's not happening with Buffalo. It's just not happening. We don't have any scouts anyway, so it doesn't matter. We don't even know who the players are, let alone the coaches. Yeah, all right, let's leave it there. I got other videos I want to make tonight, guys. I'm going to be busy tonight, so I'm going to get on them right now. All right, so tell me what you think. Tell me who you guys want. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of debate here. Actually, if you can, put the 5 that I picked and who you would choose in order. That would be kind of fun to look at later on in the notes, you know? And why? Don't just do it because you want to be special and different. Tell me why. I like to know why, you know? Might be something about a coach you heard that I never heard, you know? I think these are the 5 top. I don't know. If there's somebody I'm missing, let me know, guys. Okay, that's it. Video number 1 is done. On to video number 2. I plan on putting up 3 tonight. See you later, folks. Have a good one.